Welcome back, Math Masters. A new scroll has arrived at the dojo gates. Today, you'll continue your training with expressions to earn the Evaluating Expressions with Variables badge. A plus 4 minus 2. 3 times A minus 5. And 24 divided by A plus 2. What does it mean to substitute a value for a variable? And why is it necessary? Evaluate each expression if A equals 6. Study well. The path to mastery begins now.
Welcome back, Math Masters. It looks like we're going to be working with expressions again today, but something about these expressions is very different from what we saw last time. Not only will we need to perform multiple operations, but there are also letters in each expression? I have a feeling we'll need our knowledge of mixed operations and what we've learned about expressions to conquer today's challenge. We're going to begin today by trying out this example. Evaluate m plus 4, where m equals 6. Before we try to evaluate the expression, we should investigate the letter in the problem. This letter is known as a variable. A variable is a symbol, usually a letter, like the letter m in our expression. And they're used in math to represent an unknown value. The root of the word variable is vary, meaning to change. This tells us that a variable's value can change to be any number. In this case, the value of the variable is 6, but we could also evaluate this expression to find its value with other numbers. Now, before we can evaluate this expression, we will need to substitute. To substitute is to replace one value with something else, often a variable with a number. You may have heard the word substitute when ordering at a restaurant. If you don't like mustard on your sandwich, you can request to substitute the mustard for another sauce you like. Substituting the value of the variable has to be done before we can evaluate or find the value of an expression. Because if an expression still has a variable, then it isn't simplified all the way to its final answer. To substitute in our expression, we will replace the m with the value of 6. This makes our new expression 6 plus 4, which is 10. Great work substituting in the value of the variable and then evaluating that expression. Our next example has 2 different operations we'll need to carry out to fully evaluate it. If b equals 8, evaluate 5 times b minus 10. What do we need to do before we can evaluate? Exactly. Just like with the last example, we need to substitute first. The value of the variable b is 8, so we will substitute 8 into the expression where b was. This now makes the expression 5 times 8 minus 10. Now to evaluate. We'll just carry out the operations from left to right. Pause here and try this on your own. So, what is the value of this expression? Working from left to right, 5 times 8 is 40. Bring down the minus 10. Then take 40 minus 10 to get 30. You're on the right track to complete today's challenge. Let's solve one more example before attempting the challenge. Evaluate this expression for z equals 9. Z times 8 divided by 6. Pause here to evaluate this expression. Remember to first substitute in the value of the variable and then evaluate the expression by working through the operations from left to right. What is the value of this expression? When you substitute in the number 9 for the variable, the expression reads as 9 times 8 divided by 6. 9 times 8 is 72. Bring down the divide by 6. Then divide 72 by 6 to get 12. Amazing execution of the steps to evaluate these expressions. The time has come to take on today's challenge. Complete it, and the Evaluating Expressions with Variables badge is yours. A plus 4 minus 2, 3 times A minus 5, and 24 divided by A plus 2. What does it mean to substitute a value for a variable, and why is it necessary? Evaluate each expression if A equals 6. Pause here to complete the challenge in your guided notes. Use everything you've learned about evaluating expressions to show your mastery. When we substitute a value for a variable, we are replacing the variable, typically a letter, with a numerical value. With the variables in place, we cannot find the final solution. So this is necessary for us to be able to fully evaluate the expression. So, to evaluate these expressions, we must first substitute the value of A, which is 6, into each expression. This makes our expressions 6 plus 4 minus 2, 3 times 6 minus 5, and 24 divided by 6 plus 2. Now we can evaluate each one. 6 plus 4 is 10. Then subtract 2 to get a value of 8. In the second expression, take 3 times 6 to get 18, then subtract 5 to get a final value of 13. For the final expression, take 24 divided by 6 to get 4, then add 4 plus 2 to get a value of 6. Excellent work, Math Masters! So, what have we learned today? We learned that variables are letters that are used to represent unknown values. When we have variables and expressions, we can substitute a given value in for the variable. After the substitution, we can then evaluate the expression as we've done before by carrying out the operations from left to right. Great work today, Math Masters! We took our knowledge of expressions to the next level, and now we know how to substitute values in for variables and then evaluate them. We added, subtracted, multiplied, and divided with variables. I guess you could say we fully expressed our math skills. You've earned the Evaluating Expressions with Variables badge, but your training isn't over just yet. Be sure to complete the practice questions and extension activities that go with this lesson to practice substituting values and evaluating expressions. And remember, Math Masters, in math, as in training, progress comes with patience and practice. I'll see you next time.
Hey, hey.